So, how can you explain France's performance yesterday in the yesterday's game?
Yeah, France performance yesterday game was just typical France. Knowing that they're playing against a team like Iraq, so they were not in any other pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So defensively they don't have to worry about the defense.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Midfield they don't have to, because France is good in every aspect in the pitch. All position. Any players in any position, they master that role. So Iraq knows they've got no chance against France. So pretty much Iraq, they were trying to defend, in first half, trying to defend. But they can't stop, players like Kylian Mbappe, Osman Dembele, and Olise. So those were the players running the show. Yeah. So France, pretty much their defense, here and there, Iraq will have counter attack and they will try to, but nothing come out of it anyway. So that's why I say France go. They were not in any pressure.
Yeah.
So yeah, they were expected to win that game, and then that's what they did. And Kylian Mbappe, as he also on trail on Messi trail, you know, competing each other for top scorer.
Okay. Golden
Messi
Boot.
already have 5 goals.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mbappe scored two goals, last night. So that makes him 4 goals now. So he got 4 goals. Messi got 5 goals. So all time World Cup goal scorer Messi is on top with
Uh-huh.
18 goals.
Uh-huh.
So Mbappe is 15. So Mbappe still need to score 3 more to catch up at Messi.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
interesting. It's an interesting competition.
exactly. So it's on. So the game is on pretty
Games
much.
on.
So that's another thing as well in this tournament. So as long as they're fighting for golden boot, they're also fighting for supremacy
Yeah, in the
in the
history books.
in history books, making history, because a lot of history is we are in history making month.
It's true.
Yeah, Messi is making his own history, so Mbappe too is doing his own thing.
Brilliant. Which leads us to the next game, Norway against Senegal. Now, Senegal, I think, could have won.
Yeah, Senegal, anyone could have. Senegal, is a strong. In my opinion, Senegal is even stronger team. But in Norway's side, they've got Haaland. Haaland, we all knows what he's capable of. He's the best striker in the Premier League. In fact, in the world, he's the best number 9, at the minute. So yeah, but Senegal is just, it didn't happen for them yesterday.
They were lousy. They were lazy in some
Yeah,
places.
yeah,
You can see
exactly.
it.
I don't know what happened to them, but yeah, they were, most people were not expecting this. People were expecting, at least because the first game, Senegal France, they, they saw master class in that game. So people were expecting it's going to be similar, or even Senegal, to win that game because
Yeah.
of their performance against France. So even though France won, you know, but Senegal, they did perform really well defensively and offensively, and they missed chances. But for them to come, faced with a Norway and just, crumble just like that, no, not everyone was expecting that. But as I said all the time, it's football still, anything is possible, especially in this tournament. So you
Yeah.
need to be focused. In this tournament, you can't afford to, to be distracted, because it's just a tournament. World Cup
Yes.
is like that. As I told you last time, the winners are going to be those teams that can cope under pressure. So if you can't do that, any little slackness, yeah, you're gonna get knocked out.
And this is where depth in the squad and mentality matters. That's why France is the best contender because they have 11, almost 11 world class players
Exactly.
sitting on the bench.
Sitting on the bench, that's right.
The depth.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty much France. That's why pretty everybody put them in their favorite list, because they've got the players to do it.
Cool. So, yeah, we'll catch up with you for the next roundup.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
Stay tuned anytime.